Hey everybody, it's Modesty, your Norwex independent sales consultant. How are you this evening? It is Thursday and our party is just moving right along, it seems like. I am excited to be here tonight to tell you about our laundry detergent and a few of our other products while we're at it. They just kind of all go together, so it makes sense to put them all into one video to talk to you about that. I hope you saw my post earlier. I mentioned that our laundry detergent, which we call the Ultra Power Plus, also UPP. So if I say any of those three things, I'm talking about our laundry detergent. I actually got confused when I was first learning about Norwex, and my consultant brought up to me that I could use UPP for cleaning the carpet. And I was like, what's UPP? I don't know what that is. So I was trying to look it up and I couldn't find it because UPP is just the short version of that. So I wanted to explain that to you so you're not lost like I was. I had to ask her and then she laughed and she's like, I'm sorry, it's the laundry detergent. So our laundry detergent, like I said, can be used to clean carpets. It can be used to be just an all-purpose cleaner. You can take the detergent and dissolve it into warm water, and then you can use the EnviroCloth or an Enviro scrub or a sponge and use that to maybe like clean your kitchen cabinet doors. You can use it to clean the carpets in your car. There's so many uses for it, and I actually did post that earlier. If you saw that graphic, you might want to save it, screenshot it, something, so that way you'll have it for a reference later on if you should decide to get the laundry detergent. It is a fantastic product. First of all, let me just tell you real quick, it does come, it is a powder. We also have a liquid available, but I have only used the powder so far. I love it. I'm not going to switch to the liquid because I'm just happy with what I have. This is actually the smaller bag of it that I earned a few months ago when I was hosting a party, and I just opened it the other day actually. I ran out of my other one that I had purchased last year. That tells you how much you can really get out of one of these bags. So it tells you on this bag, and it has about 50 loads in here, but that is based off of if you use the scoop that comes with it. This is a pretty good size scoop. I recommend that you take this scoop out, recycle it, or use it for something else in your house. Don't use it for your laundry because this is way too much laundry detergent. You can get a lot more uses out of this bag if you use less detergent. There's been a group of consultants that basically just decided they wanted to see, how much laundry detergent do I really need to make sure that my loads of laundry are clean. And so they learned that if you have a front-loading washer machine like I have, you only need half a teaspoon. This is a half a teaspoon. So very small in comparison to that cup that I just showed you. If you have a top-loading machine, whether it's an HE or a regular washing machine, I think most of them are the HE now if you've purchased one in the last 5 years or so. But even your older machines, if they're a top loader, you'll want to use a full teaspoon. So I would use 2 of these. Also, if you have just a load of laundry that has, it's extra dirty. My boys are hunters, so when they come in from hunting, I'm going to use a full teaspoon instead of just half a teaspoon when I wash those clothes. Same if you have a kid that's in sports, the grime and the dirt and the sweat and all of those things. You might want to use a little bit more just to make sure that you're really getting that deep down clean in those fabrics that are a little bit more dirty than just your average daily wear. So it comes in a little bag with a zipper top on it, and I can't even get a hold of it to get it open. So what I do is I actually take and I pour it into a container, and I just leave it out on the top of my machine. So I just, pop it open, take a scoop out, toss it in the top of my laundry, my washing machine, and I'm good to go. And I just have, I have one of those old-fashioned frogs. Remember seeing these in the back of your grandma's kitchen sink where they put the little steel wool scrubber in there? Well, I use my frog to hold my spoon, so it looks like his tongue's sticking out. Anyway, so Well, that is the laundry detergent. The one great thing about our laundry detergent is that there are no fillers, no SLS, no gunk, dirt, extra stuff in there that you just don't need. No, none of those chemicals. You see a lot of them on the market today that are just filled with fragrances, which are terrible for you. You don't know what chemicals are hidden in that word fragrance. And there's just things in there you don't need. Well, the reason we only need a half a teaspoon of our UPP is because it has no fillers in it. And I want to show you what I mean. I have a little experiment going on back here, and I mentioned that to you earlier. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So before Norwex, I was using a product called Tide Pure Clear. And I put exactly, I actually shook this up just a little bit ago, so it hasn't settled down. Earlier it was kind of clearish on the top and then a really thick cloud down here on the bottom, but I shook it up a little bit. You can see the gunk in there, which is pretty interesting considering that it says that it's pure clear. This is definitely not pure or clear. Now it looked pure or clear whenever I put it in here. I put what I would normally put in a load of laundry and then added a cup of water to it. And it has been sitting here since 3/20/21, and that's what it looked like. I also have a Tide Pod. I put a Tide Pod in. You can see the white gunk in the bottom here and all this blue. This gets into your clothing, guys. Whenever you're washing your clothes, this stuff settles into your clothing. And you know how after a while your clothes just don't feel as soft as they used to? It's because of all the fillers and the gunk that they're putting in there. And then look at the bottom. Look at that. Isn't that gross? My daughter came home the other day from college and she saw these sitting out on the top of the washing machine. She's like, oh, that's gross. Is that really a Tide Pod? Yes, it was really a Tide Pod. It actually took a few days for the plastic to dissolve in there. Maybe a week or so. I tried to kind of keep track of that and forgot, you know, after a few days, but I do know that it wasn't instantaneous. It took a little while. And that stuff goes into your washing machine and into your clothing, so not good for it. And then I want to show you our Norwex, our UPP. Clear. See right through that baby, right? And when I shake it up, all you see is suds. So you are getting literally just soap in there. And I used a full teaspoon in this just to give you a good reference of what a full one would be if you used a top loading machine. So you just see there's bubbles and that's it. Which is pretty amazing. Which one of those three would you rather have your clothes being washed in? The blue one? No. So besides all of these things that we see in our traditional laundry detergents, I want to talk to you a little bit about fabric softener too. Fabric softener is also just full of chemicals and gunk that's trying to soften your fabrics back up after you've put this stuff in it. And if you don't have those fillers and things in your clothing anymore, you don't need fabric softener anymore. If you feel like you need to like soften up your towels or something like that, because towels do get scratchy after a while, you can use a cup of vinegar in your washing machine as you're washing your towels and such, and just white vinegar, and that acts as a neutralizer. It helps the fabric release anything that's still stuck in it as far as chemicals or body oils, things like that. So you don't need fabric softener anymore, guys. And guess what else? I'm going to tell you, you do not need to have those dryer sheets anymore. Did you know that those are also full of chemical, flame retardant type things that are just no good for you? I switched several years ago actually to wool dryer balls, and these are new ones that have not been used yet. But you just toss, I usually use 2, sometimes I use 3 into each load of into the dryer, and they help your clothes tumble and help them dry faster. And they also help with static electricity. Now, I have heard people say that they do have problems once they switch to the dryer balls. They do have problems with some static electricity, and what's happening is they're actually over drying their clothes. Because the dryer balls actually help you dry your clothes faster, you can have your dryer running for less amount of time. So you're saving time on waiting around for the laundry to finish. You're also saving energy because it's not running nearly as long. And you are making sure that your clothing that's touching your skin, which is what? Your body's biggest organ, right? So you're making sure that your clothing isn't filled with chemicals and then setting on your skin, and then your skin is soaking in those chemicals. You're exposing yourself to chemicals that you don't even realize that your body's being exposed to. And that's why we see a lot of people that have sensitive skins and allergies and things. And it's because of what's being put onto us environmentally, and we're just not aware of what those things are exactly. So you can switch to UPP. You can toss out your fabric softener. You can toss out those dryer sheets and get yourself a set of our wool dryer balls, and you are all set. Okay, there's a couple other products that we do have that help in the laundry room as well. I have the odor eliminator. This one is the crisp linen, and it has a really nice linen type smell, would be the best way to describe it. Smells like fresh sheets to me. Kind of smells like a bounce dryer sheet, only the good thing is this does not have all of those. Oh, I just spilled a little bit. It does not have all of those chemicals and things in there. This is safe for septic systems, and it is biodegradable. There's no dyes, no SLS, no SLES, no phthalates or phosphates in our products. So they are also vegan friendly, which is very good to know. And I believe gluten-free. You'll have to look on each individual item. I think that that is also true for our items. These plastic bottles that they come in are also ocean-bound plastic, which means that basically they have gone out and collected plastics off of the beaches and then recycled that plastic to make our containers. So Norwex not only is taking care of our bodies and taking care of our homes, it's taking care of our environment. The other thing that I just recently started using is our Norwex stain remover. Sorry, I'm getting a little glare there off the light. This is the stain remover. It does come with a little pop-up lid so that you can just use that to squirt onto a stain. And basically you just squirt it onto your stain, onto the fabric, and kind of rub it gently. Don't scrub too much. You don't want to damage your fabric, of course. Let it set for 1 to 5 minutes and then launder just like normal. And I actually use this to take a stain out of an old toy that belonged to my daughter when she was little, and I'd found it in the storage and it had some brown spots on it, and I thought, well, I can't hurt it, so I might as well see if this will work or not. And I didn't think to take any photographs of it, so I'm kind of bummed about that, because when it came out of the washing machine, it was completely free of all those brown spots, whatever they were. And she had come home from college again. Actually, I think this was during Christmas time, and she came home and she was like, Mom, that used to have brown spots all over it. What happened? I was like, well, I used the stain remover. And she's like, oh my gosh, those have been there for like 15 years. Huh. So that's pretty crazy. It took a stain out of something that I know that I had washed. It was like a blanket type stuffed animal thing. And I know that I'd washed that thing several times because she used to sleep with it when she was little, and those stains just never came out with any other product, but the stain remover that Norwex has was able to remove it right out, and I thought that was pretty amazing. The other product that we have you're going to need to know about is our microfiber cleaner. This is also a laundry booster, so you can use it to boost your laundry when you're washing. I think I gotta look at the instructions again because I have only used it a couple of times. It comes with a scoop, and this will wash up to 10 heavily soiled microfiber cloths if you soak for 30 minutes with just one scoop. And this scoop, I believe, is the same size as what's inside the laundry detergent. Now, when I went and did a few in my sink the other day, I just, took a little amount and sprinkled that in, and I also used some of my UPP as well. So I blended that up. You use this to soak your microfiber cloths about every 3 to 6 months, you'll want to give them a good deep cleaning, and that's what the microfiber booster or laundry booster is for. And I think I mentioned this to somebody in the comments. They mentioned something about having a cat or a dog or something and having cat hair and dog hair. We have a lint mitt. This little baby is not expensive at all. It is two-sided and it's rough when you rub it one direction. And you just use it to, clean any lint that you might have on your clothing. When you wash towels and sweatshirts together, sometimes you end up getting some lint. And one side goes one direction, the other one goes the other direction, so you can go up or flip it and go down. I also use this on my couch because I do have 2 cats. I have a dark colored couch and I have a light colored cat. So you know what that means? Lots of cat hair. Exactly. His favorite place to lay? The couch. Exactly right. So it's really nice to have those kinds of tools around the house. If I grab that lint mitt, I can, clean a spot off the couch or, the entire couch in just a matter of a couple of minutes. And I'm not using, one of those sticky roller things from whatever, special company that is that makes those. But, you're throwing a lot of, it's wasteful. You got the little plastic handle thing that you have to recycle or throw away whenever you're done using it. But you also have all of those sheets of sticky stuff that you roll it twice and they don't stick anymore, and so you're using 3 or 4 or 5 sheets to clean anything off. But this lint mitt, obviously, whenever you're done, you rub it the smooth direction, and look at that. I just rubbed that. I must have used this to clean something more than just my sweatshirt just a few minutes ago, but see how you rub the edge of it there and it just takes everything, all of that lint right off, and then you can throw it away. So guys, I've spent a lot of time talking about the laundry detergent and our products that go with it. If you have any questions, please put those in the comments and let me know what you'd like to hear about our laundry detergent. If you are already a Norwex customer and you have been using the laundry detergent, please share your experiences. Last month I had actually 2 months ago, I had a new host that was new to Norwex, and I had sent her one of the sample kits. And her daughter, who is highly allergic to lots of different things, she's redheaded and light-skinned, she tried the laundry detergent on her clothing and she didn't break out. And she said that that's one of the first times that they'd ever tried a different product other than what they knew was safe for her to use without her breaking out at all. In fact, there's a couple of stories that she has about, that's Anna Blackford, and there's a couple of stories that she has about Emma and how her skin has improved since she started using the Norwex laundry detergent and the Norwex body cloth and a couple other products. So if you have any stories like that, please share those. That's how we learn, and that's how we know better so we can do better, guys. All right, I'm gonna be back with you about 6:20 is what I said earlier. So somewhere around the 6:30 mark, I'm gonna come to you from my summer kitchen downstairs, and I'm gonna show you our mop system. And I'm really glad to be able to show this to you because the mop system is probably one of our most popular, most well-known items, and it is it's just a really great product. So anyway, I'll come back to you at 6 o'clock and I'll show you the mop. Have a good evening.